Hi everyone, welcome back to Dozen Cats Wellness Tarot. Hope everyone's doing well. This is another trending today reading for entertainment purposes only. Today's reading is about King Charles, Prince William, and Prince Harry. So on Monday, February the 5th, 2024, Buckingham Palace made a statement that King Charles has been diagnosed with cancer. And of course, we send him our prayers and our support as he navigates this health challenge. I want to say before we get into these readings, please be respectful in the comments. No negativity, no hate, no judgment, only kindness. If you have something negative to say, perhaps this isn't the reading for you. All right. With that being said, I want to know, my first question is about King Charles. In light of this diagnosis, will King Charles abdicate the throne? That's my first question. I'm going to use the Light Seer Tarot. Now, just a little bit of a backstory. So he was only crowned, well, his coronation was, I think, in May. So he's only been king for a very, very short time. And the last king that abdicated the throne was King Edward. King Edward is the late Queen Elizabeth's uncle. And when he abdicated, his brother, his younger brother, took over, King George, which is Queen Elizabeth's father. And of course, we know that he abdicated the throne so that he could marry Wallace Simpson. So let's ask Spirit if, in light of this health situation, Prince Charles abdicate the throne. Will Prince Charles abdicate, or sorry, not Prince Charles, forgive me, King Charles. I'm so used to calling him Prince Charles. For those of you that don't know, I live in Canada. I am a Commonwealth country, so he is my king as well. But, you know, my entire life he's been Prince Charles, so forgive me. All right, will King Charles abdicate the throne? What can you tell us, Spirit? Will King Charles abdicate the throne? We've got the Seven of Swords. Interesting. Deceit, betrayal, feeling paranoid, something being taken from you. Page of Wands. Trying to make the most out of a situation. We've got the King of Cups. I believe that this is him. I believe that this is King Charles. Now, he's emotional, and he is caring. He has waited his entire life to be king, and obviously this health diagnosis, separate and aside from the fact that he is the king, would be difficult for anyone to process, especially when they've just found out, or to our knowledge, he has just found out. So he is Ten of Swords, walking away. The end of a cycle. Nine of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Loss. Grief. I feel that emotionally, deeply, that he is very saddened, not only for his health situation, but for the fact that he could not, it feels like he can't honor the promise that he made to his mother. So I think that he is going to abdicate. I think that he is going to abdicate. Now, the next question I want to know, in light of the health diagnosis and with the possibility of King Charles abdicating, will Prince Harry return to England, to the UK, and resume some sort of position as a working royal, to not only support his father, but also the king, but also to support his brother, Prince William? Will Prince Harry return to England to resume a working role within the royal family? So I'm not talking about a visit or a phone call or a Zoom meeting. I'm talking about, will he come back to England, move back with his family, and take up a role like he had previously as one of the senior members of the royal family? Got the Three of Pentacles working together, making plans, partnerships, cooperation. Got the King of Swords. There's some authority here that he is working like trying to work out the fine details with. I think that it's definitely in talks. You've got the Six of Pentacles, giving and receiving. And you've got the Seven of Wands, feeling challenged. Got the Eight of Pentacles, working hard. Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment. Star card on the bottom of the deck. It is a distinct possibility that something is being worked out. It is a distinct possibility that Prince Harry will return to the UK. Page of Cups and the King of Pentacles, to resume some sort of position as a member of the royal family, like a working member of the royal family. And what I mean by that is there's lots of members of the royal family. But for example, Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie, which are Prince Andrew's daughters, they are members of the royal family, but they are not working members of the royal family. Interesting. So I think it is a distinct possibility that it is in talks. I don't think that it's going to be easy. But I feel strongly that he is. We will see him shortly. I did a reading on Princess Catherine just to see how she was doing after her surgery, and I encourage you to watch it because it was interesting. I didn't know this news yet when I was doing that reading. I think it comes out later on today, and it's interesting to me now in hindsight what I was getting with the cards that I was getting. So I just want to pull an oracle card. This is the wisdom of the House of Night on Prince Harry. Because whether you like Prince Harry or you don't, whether you hope he returns or you don't, after all of the mess, it cannot be an easy decision to even consider going back. There you have it, friends. Love. The love of his family. The love that he has for his home country, and the love that he had for his grandmother, despite what people may think. This is what keeps him going. This is the motivator. Interesting. You know, not to make this too personal, but when my father was about to pass, we didn't really speak. We didn't have a great relationship in the last 10, 15 years of his life. And I remember the day that he called me and told me that he was sick. I could hear the fear in his voice. And he said to me, "I'm sick, I don't know what to do." And I said, "Is it serious?" And he said, "Yes." And we hadn't spoken in about 3 years. And in that moment, I just said to him that, the details, the woulda, shoulda, couldas, the past, the hurts, the wounds, why did you do this? Why did I say that? That kind of, none of that mattered. And I said to him, I said, "Daddy, the details don't matter. You're sick. I'm your daughter. You're my dad. I love you. What can I do to help?" And luckily, he went into remission shortly thereafter, and was okay for a couple of years before the cancer returned, and then subsequently he died. But the point that I'm trying to make is, sometimes in those moments when you're asked to put things aside or step up to the plate or asked to do something that you don't necessarily feel is right, because you're holding on to, and rightfully so in some cases, some things that caused you, struggles or challenges or hurt. Sometimes you just make a decision and you go with it, And I sort of feel the same kind of vibe from what I was getting from those cards as what I just explained in my own personal experience. So, this is the Kipper deck. This is the Findicicle Kipper. And we're going to use this for a reading on Prince William. So that is the main male character, and that represents Prince William. And I will shuffle the cards and build a box around Prince William, and then we can read it directionally from there. So I want to know how Prince William is feeling. You know, he's got his estranged brother living abroad, not part of his life anymore, in the same way that he once was. He's got his father's diagnosis now, and his wife is recovering from her surgery. He is next in line to the throne. He has a great sense of responsibility to the country, to all of the Commonwealth countries, to the people, to the citizens, right? And as well as to his family. And I don't care how old you are. I don't care what position you hold. I don't care what your title is. I don't care how much money you have. You can prepare and prepare and prepare and prepare until the moment greets you that you now have to make decisions that will ultimately affect the rest of your life, especially in these types of circumstances, because they're emotionally charged. It is most difficult to rise to the occasion and not feel like overwhelmed or stressed. So right now he wants to be with his wife while his wife recovers. Makes total sense. He wants to be there for his children. Makes complete sense. He wants to honor his duty and his responsibility to the country and to his father, the king, as this most senior working royal, next to the Queen Consort, Queen Camilla, which is King Charles' wife. And now his father is ill. And he's only got one parent left. He doesn't have a mom figure to go to, right? He doesn't have his mom in his life. So he's standing there singularly, right? Solitary. And he must have a whole lot of pressure, a whole lot of thoughts, a whole lot of, hamster wheel things going on. And so I just want to see how he's coping with that. All right, Spirit, what can we know about Prince William? How is he feeling at this time? How is Prince William doing? How is Prince William feeling at this time? High honor, that's the duty and the responsibility that I talked about, right? There is an expectation. Got the adjudication, judgment, if he doesn't do the right thing. Coming at him from all angles. I dropped a card. Sorry. Okay, so this card came out first. We have Pathway, we have Journey, and we have Courtship. Occupation. Message. I think that's Prince Harry. I don't know why I feel that, but that's what I feel. Okay, we have two cards that have come out. We have marriage and concern. Now, I don't normally read the bottom of the Kipper deck, but I will pop it up so everyone can see. It says distant horizon. All right, so we have the high honor. Okay, starting us off, this is the duty, the responsibility, right? There is an expectation that he feels he needs to either adhere to and or live up to. We have adjudication, so this is like judgment, right? This is him, because it's beside him fearing the judgment, right? Is he, the pressure to do the right thing, right? Now he's got pathway. Normally pathway indicates, there is a road, right? There is a path forward. There is a natural progression, which we all know that his natural born progression is to become king one day. But I don't know that he thought it was going to be, possibly this soon. And he must be thinking that. We have journey right above him, and literally, like if King Charles abdicates, his life will change like that. Underneath him, we have courtship. Okay, so this is normally like a confidant. This is a support person. This is a best friend, a wife, a girlfriend, a boyfriend, a husband, a significant other, a best friend, a therapist even. It is someone that you can confide in, someone that understands you, someone that supports you, lifts you up, gives you a hug when you need it. Now, whether this is talking about Catherine, or this is talking about, his brother, whether this is talking about, one of his closest friends, there is an element here of like, I need support. I need someone to talk to, right? I need someone to hold my hand while I do this. Now I'm going to skip over here. So right next to courtship is the marriage card. Okay. And this is exactly what it is. This is his marriage to Catherine, right? Now, next to that, because we had two cards come out, this is concern. So if we read these across the bottom, we've got the pathway, we've got courtship, we've got marriage, and we've got concern. It wasn't supposed to go this way, right? It wasn't supposed to go this way. And in this moment, when his father is ill, he needs his wife. And I'm not in any way at all trying to imply that Catherine is not there for him. Excuse me, Princess Catherine is not there for him, but he is trying to look after her due to this surgery that she just had. Remember when he first got married and they first had children, and he kind of stepped back a little bit, right? He wanted to be there. He wanted to have like a normal family life, or as much of a normal family life as someone in his position could have. And like their bond, their connection, their family unit, Prince William, Princess Catherine, and the children, is very important to him. And there's a lot of concern around how that will be affected. We go over here to occupation. So there's two kind of like working cards in the Kipper deck. One is toil and labor, which is like the hard graft, right? The 6 days a week, the 14 hours a day kind of job. And then the occupation is more of a I'm a plumber, or I am a doctor, or which means that you have like leveled up. You're like a manager, right? You are someone who is very skilled at what you do, and you're very passionate about what you do. So it's not to diminish anyone or to say one is better than the other, but in the Kipper deck, one is a step above the other. And again, this is his sense of responsibility, his sense of duty, right? Like, that this is the plan. It's always supposed to be this way, right? That one day he will become king. We've been hearing that his entire life. But now there is a possibility that he is faced with this becoming reality, and very quickly, and he is concerned. If nothing else, he is, thinking about it. Now we have message. So follow me here for a second, right? We have pathway, which is, the path that we are on, right? We have him. We have the job. We have the message. And we have the adjudication. So he is concerned about the job. That's obvious. There is some kind of correspondence, some sort of communication that he has received or will receive. And I said when I threw that down that I thought that that was Harry. It's like he needs this person, this communication, this support network, right, to help him so he can help his marriage. But he fears judgment. Overall, I think that Prince William is very concerned about the state of the situation. And I'm going to throw a couple of oracle cards. I don't feel good about it. I think Prince William will make a great king when he is ready. But the timing of the situation with his wife and his children being so young, his wife being, in recovery, and his children being so young. Wow. So we've got strength. He's got to dig down deep and find that inner strength. Keep his feet firmly planted on the ground and one step at a time, using this support system that he has. And we have summon. That's why I said, wow. Summon. The high honor, right? The job. He's being called to action, so to speak. And he must step up. All right, so we've got the moon card. I've got one card sitting like this on my hand, right? That came out when this came out. You've got the moon. So the moon is an interesting, in the tarot, the moon is about, either showing you something that you think is there is not. It's about illuminating just enough of the path for you to move forward. It's about highlighting something that you need to see. So it's really about illusion and dissolution. That is the next card that came out, playful. What does that mean in this context? Fragment, honesty, and conclusion. there's something about this moon chain here that's being dangled in front of the cat, and the cat's playing with it, right? As I said before, this is his destiny. We've always known that he has always known that this is what he was born for, right? This has always been part of the story. And it could be that he doesn't know the whole story, the whole situation. So, for example, say Prince Charles just, took some time off and Prince William had to sort of step into his shoes. Well, they did that. The whole family did that when Queen Elizabeth sort of reduced her duties and when Prince Philip reduced his duties. Each of the senior working royal family members had to take on more. So in a way, there's sort of this dangling of the carrot, right? That you have to do this because one day, so you can't step out, you can't take a day off, you can't, you know what I mean? There's that kind of aspect to it. But there's also the aspect of the expectation of the job that this playful side of him, this fun side of him, the family side of him, when he gets to hang out with his kiddos and stuff like that, it's like he fears that this is not going to be part of his world anymore or his life anymore. And I dare say that this is memories of his childhood. Mommy and daddy were gone for months at a time and I was left with a nanny, and I'm using that to explain what I'm saying. I don't know that that's a fact, that ever happened. But there's something about the lessening of the pressure, or the wishing of a less sort of pressurized life, really, that he is thinking about. And he's feeling quite distraught about it. I wonder to myself, if there is concern about the monarchy ending. Within the members of the royal family. And when I say the monarchy, I'm referring to the British monarchy. We'll save that question for another day. Anyways, thanks so much for sharing part of your day with me. If you have anyone that you want me to read on, do leave it in the comment section below. Thank you so much, and until we see each other again, we wish you many, many blessings. Mwah. Bye for now.